Over the top of the stage here is going to be the star Arcturus. Over in the southwest over there is going to be Saturn. But if you had radio dishes for eyes, you wouldn't see the stars. The stars are too faint. What you see is the Milky Way with an arch above our heads shining brightly. But you're not seeing the stars in the Milky Way. What you're seeing is the stuff between the stars. You're seeing all the electrons spinning around the magnetic field of the galaxy and scattered across the sky. And there's points of radio light. And they're not stars, we call them quasars. These quasars, they're distant galaxies and they're powered by supermassive black holes. They're shining brightly way across the universe. It's pretty hard to get your head around how far away these things are, but let me just take you through a little story. The sun's just going down over there. That light from the sun that we're all seeing each other with now, that light took 8 minutes to get here. It's travelling at 300,000 kilometres a second. It takes 8 minutes to get here from the sun. If it heads past the Earth and off into space, it would take it another 4 years to get to the nearest other star. So we could all stand here for 8 minutes. I won't make you stand here for 8 minutes for me. But we could stand here for 8 minutes and we could wait for the light to get here from the sun. But I don't think we'll wait for that 4 years to get to the nearest other star. If it goes on beyond that, it goes across the Milky Way. The Milky Way would take 100,000 years to get across it. So when you're looking at these stars in the sky, you're seeing them as they were thousands of years ago. So having a telescope like this one that's coming round now is like having a time machine. We can see into the past. And the farthest we can see light that set off just after the Big Bang. And that light's been travelling for 14 billion years before it reaches this telescope, and before it reaches us, it's passing through us now. That light set off about 380,000 years after the Big Bang, and it floods the universe. And if you look around and everywhere around us, we see it coming from every direction. The Big Bang happened everywhere. It happened as much in this field as it happened on the moon, as it happened on the far side of the galaxy. And we study the Big Bang, we use a spacecraft, we built bits of a spacecraft. It's called Planck, it's named after a physicist, not a lump of wood. And we sent it into space, and we sent it to a point 4 times farther away than the moon, and that's where it's sitting now. And it's mapping out this fading glow of the Big Bang. And what we look for with these tiny ripples in that light, and those tiny ripples, we're seeing the universe as it was almost 14 billion years ago. Those ripples are the things that became the stars and the galaxies, and that made the universe, and that made us. So watch out for those pictures are going to be released in 2013. We're just working on them now. So I hope you've really enjoyed yourself this evening, and it's not over yet. Let me just check with Mark where we're up to. So we're right to Jodrell Bank control.
Go ahead, Tim.
How far off the target position are we?
We have 46 degrees to go.
This telescope is big. The reason it's big is not because we just want it to show off. The bigger it is, the more signal it can collect, the fainter things it can see. That's why it's important to have a big telescope like this. And it's going to be ready, it's just about ready, we're just locking on now, and then we'll be ready for the rest of the show. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.